Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Eric. I am the Fraudiophile, and today we're going to do something a little bit different. Glenn Calloway from the basement just did an audio room tour and a tour of all of his equipment. I thought it'd be fun to do the same. We're going to start down here in Glenn's honor in my basement, and then we'll move upstairs to my main listening area. So it's currently late August 2025. So this is my current state. Everything is always in flux when it comes to the equipment that I have in my house for the most part. So yeah, hope you enjoy the tour. So in honor of Glenn, let's start down here in the basement. So this is what I would consider my secondary listening area. As you can see here, I have my records and some CDs out here. So this is all part of my family room. Kind of taking this area back. My son's off at college. His bedroom is back over that way. And this was kind of his main hangout area for him and his buddies. But I am now using this as like I said, my secondary listening area. It's also my main home theater area as well. As you can probably see up there, I have a projector up on the ceiling, 110-inch screen. We'll get to the audio equipment over there in a little bit. But yeah, let's start at the rack here. So first things first, records, right? Currently in my collection, I have right around 600 records. So I have pretty much everything right here in this calyx. Everything is sorted by alphabetical order, except for one stash. So really everything is here, starting with the A's over in this area. As you can see, the Beatles, moving over this way. And then I do have one cube up here that is just specifically for jazz. Now, this is probably going to change relatively quickly. This is a 3x3 calyx that's being used here. And then I have another 4x1 on the side. I'll probably be moving another 4x1 over to this side. Currently have one sitting up in my daughter's room that's she's using for her records and for some storage. So let's talk gear. So first thing I have here is my Emotiva integrated amplifier. So this is an Emotiva TA100 that I've had for approximately 4 years. It's one of the very few things that I've purchased brand new in this system. I always joke that my name here is the Fraudiophile, and part of that is just because I'm cheap. Very rarely do I buy anything new. I like to experiment with gear, so I like to buy things secondhand just to save some money when I can. But really, this was the first piece of hi-fi gear that I bought in the last 5 years, which is really when I've started diving more into better sounding systems. So it's a TA100, puts out, I believe it's 60 watts per channel into 8 ohms. My speakers down here are 4 ohm speakers, so it does run at a higher wattage for that. Above that, I have a Panamax 4300. Really, all this is a fancy surge protector. It also reads out the voltage. So I really like this, and I only have one thing plugged into the wall and everything else plugs into it. Again, this is something that I bought secondhand. To get back to the Emotiva, I want to say this was around $450 when I bought it. Main reason I bought this one was a recommendation from the Cheap Audio Man. He really hyped up Emotiva products at the time, and now he still does, but he's getting paid to do it now, whereas before it was a little more of an honest review. The Panamax, these are usually a couple $100. I picked this up for a whopping $30 from somebody up in the Minneapolis area a couple of weeks ago. Above that, I have an Oppo DV970 HD. Again, this is something I bought secondhand. I paid $30 for this, something that I found on Craigslist. And when we were visiting a town to see some relatives, I went and picked this up. What I really like about this, it's a great CD player, but it's also an SACD player. It's a DVD player, but it plays all sorts of different formats, including HD, CD, and SACD. I honestly only have one SACD at this point, but I'm hoping to get a few more. Next over here is a Pro-Ject Debut Carbon with a Sumico Rainier cartridge on it. I can't get that to focus. Really love this turntable. Again, you'll see when I get upstairs, I'll explain a little more, but this is one that I picked up for, I think I paid $300 for this. Facebook Marketplace find. A couple hours away, I was in the Twin Cities for a meeting and decided to pick this up from a gentleman up there. So that's the main gear. You do notice I do have some little stands here. These are just homemade isolation stands. There's some cheap isolation feet that I picked up from Amazon. And then these are just IKEA cutting boards that I'm using. You'll notice I do the same thing upstairs. Just isolates things. Plus, I really like the way it looks as well. Over here, I do have some headphones. I don't use these very often at all. These are some Soul Republics that I got quite a few years ago from work for an anniversary gift. They sound fantastic. I just don't use them a whole lot. I'm more of a guy who will listen to speakers instead. So let's take a look here in the front of the room. I do like having my gear off to the side compared to the front of the room and having everything up there. So here you'll see the speakers on the outside are used for my home theater setup. They're a set of Polk Monitor 60s with the matching center channel. The main speakers though that I use for my 2-channel listening are a pair of Elacs. These are let's look on the back here. Yeah, these are the UB51s. Great sounding little speaker. They're not huge. They have a 5¼ inch, I believe it's a 5¼ inch woofer. And then it does have the tweeter and mid-range set up concentrically above it. One thing about these, they do require quite a bit of juice. So because they are a 4 ohm impedance speaker, you do have to have a pretty good integrated amplifier with them if you're using an integrated or separates. Love the sound of them. The imaging on these things is absolutely crazy. People ask if they're sitting here listening to music, wondering which speakers are on. And when I tell them it's just these two, they're very, very surprised. Along with that, I do have a Bic F12 subwoofer that does double duty between my home theater setup and my 2-channel audio system. So I just have 2 inputs running over to that and just make sure I don't have both of them going at the same time. Got a couple of homemade panels, acoustic panels, just to deaden the sound a little bit. This room is relatively dead. I've noticed when I bring another pair of speakers in here, they don't sound quite as great, just because it is a relatively dead room, but these speakers sound phenomenal down here. So that is the basement. And from here, we are now going to head upstairs to take a look at my primary system. All right, we are now on the main level, my 2-story house, and this is really my main listening area. So this is our great room. This is generally where we hang out most of the time, and I listen to records up here more often than any place else, mainly because this is where my wife hangs out, and this is really a family thing, listening to music. And then here in Minnesota, especially in the wintertime, we do have a wood-burning fireplace that we use quite often, so nothing I like more than putting on some logs on fire and firing up the stereo system. So let's talk about the gear. Now, my wife always jokes that I buy 2 of everything. So like when I go to the grocery store, for instance, if I'm gonna buy a can of tomato paste like I did today, I always buy 2. And you'll understand what she's talking about when I talk about some of the gear here. So let's start with the preamplifier. So this is an Emotiva PT100. It looks almost exactly the same as the one I have down in the basement, but this is a preamp, not an integrated amp. I used to run that integrated amp up here until I found a pair of Monoblocks that I'll show you in a second, and picked this up for a whopping $125, another Facebook Marketplace purchase. On top of that, you'll see another Panamax 4300. I picked this one up this was the first one I had. I think this one I spent a little more, like $70 for it. You can also see, and I forgot to mention this downstairs, it looks like a hockey puck on top here. That's a WiiM mini streamer. I have one upstairs and downstairs. Absolutely love these little things. They're dirt cheap. I think I spent $79 on each of them. They're fantastic. You know, they work with an app on your phone. I also keep an iPad up here that I use to do streaming as well. If I can get the thing to open. So you'll see that's the WiiM software right there. Super handy, works on the phone, works on an iPad. So down here for digital side of things, I have a Sony Blu-ray player. This is the BDP, it is the BDP what? Yeah, BX1. It's actually a relatively older Blu-ray player. Works great though. I love playing CDs through it. Loads really quickly, unlike a lot of Blu-ray players. When we step into the analog side of things, this will look familiar. If you saw the one downstairs, this is the Pro-Ject debut Carbon Evo as well. Now this is one that my wife actually purchased for me for my birthday a few years ago. Can't really tell with the lighting here if you're gonna see it or not, but this is a sort of a navy blue color. The color I absolutely love on this. I think it's called satin blue, but just really pops compared to having a black turntable. So I really like that. Generally, I use the internal Phono preamp on the Emotiva, both downstairs and here. But I do have a Fosi audio little vacuum tube preamp that I've been playing with a little bit. I don't know if I get a huge difference between that and what's inside of the Emotiva itself. And I try not to have as many items out if I don't have to, because I like to have a pretty uncluttered area. Now for speakers, as you can see, I do have a piece of blue tape on the floor because I do move these around a little bit, but that's where I like them the most. These are a pair of Magnepan MMG speakers. Again, another purchase. Let me show you how thin these things are. If you've never seen Magnepans, using my finger for reference, just, you know, a very thin panel speaker, but they sound tremendous. Very, very lifelike, probably the most lifelike speaker I've ever listened to. The only negative I can say about these is they have a very narrow sweet spot. So if you move a couple of feet, a foot or two to the side, they don't sound nearly as good as they do when sitting in the sweet spot. Also with these, they need a lot of juice. And the juice for these, probably can see the little red lights underneath my rack here. This is a pair of PSE, Professional Studio Engineering Monoblocks. These are the PSE Studio 5 Monoblocks. Now, I was looking for separates or an external amplifier and just happened to find a person put these on Facebook Marketplace. I messaged them in about 5 minutes saying I would take them. They were asking a whole $200 for the pair. I've looked around, they have these on, you can find them occasionally on AudioGone or US Audio Mart, and they generally go for $750 to $1,000 for a pair. And when I emailed the guy, he's like, do you know what you're getting here? I said, yeah, I think I do. So very, very lucky to get those. They sound fantastic. They put out something like 235 watts per channel in a 4 ohm, with 4 ohm impedance. So tons of juice to these. They power these Magnepans like there's nothing. And then I do have a little subwoofer down here. It's just a small 8-inch Elac subwoofer. Not a ton of bass to it, but the Magnepans don't go real, real low. So it really does just round out the sound quite a bit. So yeah, that's the setup. I do keep a little box of records up here too. This is my, you know, a lot of people have a heavy rotation. This is more of either music that I've just listened to, or when I buy new records, I always bring them up and put them in the box right away, because I want to make sure I'm listening to everything that I have. So yeah, hey, thanks for coming on the tour of the gear with me today. If you have any questions, please put it down in the comments, and I would love to see what your room looks and sounds like.